Everyone, I really hope you all doing great and staying absolutely safe as well. उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सब बहुत अच्छे होंगे. Would like to welcome you all to this platform of IAS Origin. And yesterday we did the highlights of budget, all the important highlight of budget we did yesterday. And today we are going to be doing the economic survey 2024-2025, which again is a very important document. We'll talk about the basics of it, who prepares the economic survey, why exactly is it so much important, why exactly is it so much relevant. We'll certainly be talking about that, and of course I'll be giving you a very important surprise in this very session. In this very session I shall be giving you a very important surprise as well. So make sure you stay till the end, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed because this session is going to be super duper important for all the people out there, for everyone who has joined me live in the session. So please, first of all, if you have joined me live in this very session, make sure you let me know in the comment section, all the people out there who have joined me live. Hello Vinayak. So I certainly can see so many students have joined in already. So all the people who have joined me live in the session, please give me a thumbs up in the comment section. Comment section में ज़रूर बता दें if you have joined me live in this very session. Hello Varsha, a very good afternoon to you as well. So I hope you have watched the budget session already. Yesterday we did the budget session, and I am hopeful that you guys have already seen the budget session which we did yesterday. So hello Vangyal, Creation Art, all the people out there, would like to welcome you all to this session once again, and make sure all the people out there hit the like button so that this video goes to your like videos, so that later also you are able to watch this particular video. Got it? Hi Sumedh, everyone. Now what the idea is, let me tell you, why is this session so much important? You may be seeing plenty of sessions online which are based on the economic survey. So why this session? That is very much important. Why this session is important? Let me tell you. So when we talk about the economic survey, in economic survey we have plenty of important government things. Government programs, government's vision is there. What is the government focus area? Everything is there. But then the question comes to your mind that why is that particular thing important? Or there may be a difficult terminology. For example, when you read economic survey, you come across a term that is open defecation free plus. So who will tell you what is ODF plus? Who will tell you what this term means? Who will tell you what is core inflation? Who will tell you what is headline inflation? This is something which is a big problem statement which I see in a lot of students, and that is the reason why this economic survey class is important, because we are going to be decoding that particular thing very nicely, very precisely. I'll be putting across in front of you guys. So make sure you all stay till the end, and you will be not regretting. You will be understanding each and everything precisely. Getting it? So my idea is very clear. My idea is very simple, that you have to have a proper idea about economic survey, and that proper idea you are going to be getting in this very session. Is that clear? I hope that works for you. So make sure you stay till the end, and I always suggest you guys to make the running notes. And the surprise is that you are, going to be getting a very important clarity, as in comprehensive coverage of economic survey you will be getting. And I'll be telling where you'll be getting. That will be live classes. Of course, live classes you are going to be getting, and we'll talk about that as well. So make sure you all join the session live and stay till the end, because ultimately this is the kind of the session which is going to be super important for all the people out there. ये सबके लिए बहुत important है. So make sure you all stay till the end. Clear है जी? Chalo. A very good afternoon everyone once again. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible, and then we can certainly start this very session which we have planned. And this is the kind of session which you all have been waiting for so long. I've been getting a lot of requests also, sir, we want a session on economic survey. So firstly, let me tell you this thing, that PDF of the session, PDF of this lecture or this session, you're going to get on the Telegram channel, that is IAS Origin UPSC Telegram channel. So you can scan this, you'll reach there, or you can simply search the IAS Origin and you'll be reaching there. So make sure you join this Telegram channel, because you get all the updates of various important sessions also on this very Telegram channel. So all the important updates you will be getting there. So make sure you all are joining this particular Telegram channel for the PDF. PDF is very much important for the revision part. So you'll be getting it over there itself. All right. Anyways, now having said that, when we talk about the economic survey, firstly, you have to understand that who prepares economic survey in the first place. Who in the first place is preparing the economic survey? That is important, right? So you got to understand this thing. The economic survey is prepared by the economic division of Department of Economic Affairs in the Ministry of Finance. So when we talk about this Department of Economic Affairs, that is Arthik Karya Vibhag under the Ministry of Finance, we see this particular thing. Now you always hear this thing that we have got a chief economic advisor under whom, that is under whose guidance we see economic surveys being prepared. इनकी guidance के under economic survey बनता है. Then a question comes to my mind that who is presently the economic advisor? Chief economic advisor कौन है? Anybody who can tell me? Who is presently chief economic advisor to the government of India? Tell me about it. So it's a very basic question, right? It's a very basic question which I am asking. Presently, who is the chief economic advisor to the government of India? That is my question. Can everyone tell me in the comment section? Everyone. Badao, who will tell me? It's a very basic question, right? It's a very simple question which you are supposed to be answering. It is? Thank you, Raju. Chaliye, anyways, it is V. Anant Nageswaram. So V. Nageswaram, he is presently the chief economic advisor to the government of India. You need to make a note of it. It's very much important. It's very important point, right? So you need to make a note of it. This can be directly asked to you in your examination. Because see, whenever we talk about your chief economic advisor, it's a very important post. So chief economic advisor is not a small post, it's a very important post. So we need to be having a proper idea. All the people out there who haven't not liked the session, make sure you hit the like button so that the session goes to your liked videos. Anyways, so economic survey is released before the presentation of union budget. It provides you what? It provides you a summary. Now, which summary am I talking about? Which summary precisely is it providing? It is providing summary of all the economic development in the country, short term, medium term. So basically you can say one thing, 2024-2025 period, it is covering not exactly till 31st of March 2025, but till November, December, January 2024 and January 2025 tak, you will be finding a lot of developments over here. So this particular year, they are going to be focusing upon. Got it? So what budget talks about? Budget talks about, okay, where the government is going to spend the money, 2025-2026 period. But economic survey tells you that what exactly happened. So economic survey, see, it's a very comprehensive document. So what we have planned at IAS Origin is chapter-wise 10 hours comprehensive coverage of economic survey. For that, you can register. There's a link which is there in the description, and there's a link which is there in the comment section as well. So you can go for that, and it's a very important one, and make sure you all are registering over here. So this is no doubt a very important session, but what I have done is I have pinned that in the comment section, so you certainly can go to this link and you can register. So this will be a very comprehensive session. It's absolutely free, so you don't have to pay anything. So you can register on the link which is given in the pinned comment and description for the comprehensive coverage which we are going to have for this particular budget which we have this year. All right. Anyways, now having said that, I'm sure this must be visible in the description as well. In the description, you can see we have provided the link. Now we talk about this thing, one very important thing when we read the economic survey, that what is the sectoral contribution. We all say, India, agriculture is very much important. So you got to understand, make a note of it in your notebooks that agriculture allied activity, it's a very important sector, and it has contributed around 16% to the country's GDP for financial year 24. Very important at the current price, of course, nominal GDP. And it supports around 46% of the population. There was a time when it used to support more than 50%, but now it supports around 46% of the Indian population according to the economic survey I'm talking about. Similarly, when I talk about the service sector, tertiary sector, you would be amazed to know that it has got a contribution as high as 55%. So there was a time it was around 50.6%. Now it is around 55%, which is massive. So it has increased gradually, and it also supports around 30% of the workforce as well. So you got to be having this idea, agriculture mein kitne log hai, what is the contribution of agriculture, what is the contribution of service sector. You need to have a rough idea in your mind. You basically need to have a just rough idea in your mind, and that would certainly suffice. We have to have this basic clarity. Is that clear or not? So I am hopeful that ultimately you guys are in a position to understand these ideas very, very clearly, whatever we are talking about. But these are important, right? So make sure you keep on sharing the session as well, so that your friends should be in a position to have a comprehensive idea about it. Now moving ahead, the economic survey tells us about a very interesting thing, that there's an increasing trend of service sector in the GVA. Gross value added may, you can see there was a time around 2013 when it was around 50, then it became more, and now you can see it has increased so much. So overall share of services in the GVA is increasing gradually. Can you see that? So these are the terms which can be there, in the statement wise question in the prelims paper. You should be in a position to answer them precisely. Everybody should be in a position to answer these things very, very precisely. Clear hai ji? I am hopeful that things are absolutely clear. All right. Moving ahead, we have seen in terms of agriculture, the government is focusing on what? Promoting the sustainable farming measures. Now, that is what I was telling you right in the beginning. When we look at this, we see these are various terms. But who will tell you that when this scheme was launched, when this particular scheme was launched, that is very much important. So you should know, like soil health card. So when I say soil health card, so you should know that back in 2015 it was launched, and it is to manage the nutrients in the soil. Soil nutrients have to be managed. They have to be a balance in the soil nutrients. That is why it is important. So you have to have this idea, Paramparagat Krishi Yojana. What is that? Organic farming promotion, and that was launched in 2015. We talk about, Krishi Sinchai Yojana, per drop more crop, again 2015. Then we talk about this scheme, 2015-2016. Then we talk about National Bamboo Mission, restructured recently. So I'll be giving you all the details in this class. I'll be giving you all the details in the class which are not even given in the economic survey. I'm trying to make it easier for you. मैं आपको इसको आसान बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. I hope you understand this point. So anyways, now get ready for that. When you talk about this thing, so you have to have this basic idea. For example, let's start with Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. So it is a very important scheme which is to promote the organic farming in India. So you should know it is to promote the organic farming in India, bete. Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. So make a note of it, it's important. So these schemes are going to be super important. I'm just giving you a brief idea. And on this channel only, last week I did a session on important schemes. So I've covered various schemes over there. So remember, it was launched in 2015. 2015 mein Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana was launched. It is organic farming scheme, right? Similarly, soil health card was launched in 2015. It is for a proper balance of various nutrients in the soil. How much urea you use, how much potash you use, how much phosphorus you use, you should know about that. Very important. Similarly, when I talk about per drop more crop, this scheme, it was launched in 2015 and it is part of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. It is for what? It is for irrigation. It is for increasing the irrigated land. So this is how you study economic survey. Economic survey means it will tell you that what all is important. So that's why I'm giving you this particular commentary on that. Understanding? Everybody, give me a thumbs up in the comment section who is listening to me. And then we have Mission Organic Value Chain Development in the Northeast region, which is known as MOVCDNER. This scheme was launched in 2015-2016. Why it is important? To develop end-to-end organic value chains in the northeastern state. So organic value chain we are developing through this particular mission, which is important. And then we say the National Bamboo Mission. Again, this is very old mission. Initially 2006 May it was launched, and then it was revamped in 2014-2015, and then again it has been revamped in 2018-2019. So this is very much important. It's again a proper centrally sponsored scheme of the Government of India, National Bamboo Mission. So it has been revamped so many times now. So initially, we saw it being launched in 2006 and then 2018, 2019. So this is a very important point we need to understand about the National Bamboo Mission. Hagini interesting. So I am hopeful that you guys are understanding that, how important this session is, because I'll be decoding everything for you, bete. I am literally spoon feeding you guys so that you are not, spending so much time on this. And free economic survey 10 hours class is there, not single class, multiple classes are there. The link is there in the comment section. You certainly can click and you can attend that very class. You can register the very class. What is organic value chain? Organic produce, organic farming, SID and EVA. You know organic farming. What is organic farming? We are using minimal fertilizers. And when we have produced the goods from organic farming, when we produce the produce from organic farming, then we are sending it to the market. That is what we are talking about, basically. That is the idea we are talking about. I hope it's clear. So make sure you all are sharing the session as well with your friends so that they should take full advantage of this particular session. Okay, now I think it's clear. So this is what I was talking about. You know, government is promoting sustainable farming, and I have told you all these things through which government is focusing on these initiatives, which certainly is very much important. Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana is important. Per drop more crop is certainly important. MOV CDNER, that is Mission Organic Value Chain Development for the Northeast, is important. Then National Bamboo Mission is important, Soil Health Card are important. So these 5 initiatives are going to be super important from this prelims point of view also. Okay, now you understood. Okay, now I hope you're understanding. So we need to go a bit on a good pace now. That's why, so that we are able to complete things. Till here, I hope things are absolutely clear to you guys. You can take a screenshot. Vese you'll be getting the PDF also on the Telegram channel, but you can take the screenshot also. I'm stepping aside. This is important now. This is a comprehensive coverage of economic survey. This is a comprehensive coverage of economic survey which you're getting on this platform of IAS Origin. So make sure you add this video to your liked video so that later on also you can watch it. Moving ahead, now economic survey tells us a beautiful thing that is related to growing reliance on renewable. You know renewable sources of energy? Renewable sources of energy as we talk about. So we are focusing. How economic survey tells us is beautiful. Let me tell you. It tells us that around 2021, around financial year 2021, what did we observe? We observed that we had around 38.6% renewable and around 61.4% was non-renewable. You know this thing. But the best part is that now, fast forward in this particular financial year up to December, it's talking about what we see 52.9% is what? Non-renewable and 47.1% renewable. So you can see there's an increase in the basically non-fossil. So this basically is non-fossil. This is non-fossil. Now what is non-fossil? In which we are not using the oil or not using coal or not using gas. So basically this is clean sources of energy. Fossil is not so clean. So this is basically fossil fuel and this is basically non-fossil fuel. So I'll just try to elaborate this particular thing. This is what you have understood, right? So you can see how we have decreased this particular thing. Basically, this is very much important. So when we talk about the non-fossil has increased from 38% to 47%, and fossil fuel, say energy, we have decreased from 61% to 52.9%. This is very interesting. Are you understanding this point? You can clearly see this particular thing which is very much important. So you observe this thing. When I say total installed renewable energy capacity, it is around 209.4 gigawatt in India. This is till December 2024. This is very important data. This is a very important data. You got to understand when we talk about total installed renewable energy capacity in India, and in that, which is the top, in this, which is on the top, we got to understand solar is on the top. We have got solar, which is around 100 gigawatt. Then we have got, of course, hydro. Then we have got wind. Then we have got bioenergy. So number 1 pe kaun hai? Solar. Number 2 pe we have got hydro. Number 3 pe we have got wind, and number 4 pe we have got bioenergy. Make a note of it. It's very much important. The chronology is important. That total installed renewable capacity in India, as we talk about, is there in front of you guys. Is it interesting? So I am sure about one thing, that you are having a basic level of clarity on this idea. Very important this idea is. So you have to have this idea. So in fact, if I tell you about this thing, so now you should know that total India's installed capacity as till November, this was the data. So massive contribution is by no doubt coal. Coal is around 46%. Then we have got gas around 5.4%. And then you see clean energy sources like solar is there, hydro is there, wind is there, and then nuclear is there. So other are there, of course. So this is total installed capacity. I would like to tell you a very big takeaway from here. This is, this is all the data from economic survey. So a very important takeaway will be picking from here. Okay. What is the takeaway? I would like to tell you, you know, NDCs, when we talk about NDCs, this is a very important aspect you got to understand. Let me tell you what exactly does it imply, what exactly does it mean. When it's in NDC, this is, you know, at the national level, we have decided that we have to cut down on this, you know, non-clean fuel and we have to move towards the clean fuel. So you have to understand this thing. NDCs means nationally determined contribution. So basically, when we talk about the clean energy, we talk about the NDC, nationally determined contribution. So you have to understand, when we talk about our target, that is of 50% by 2030, what do we observe? We observe that installed electricity generation capacity from non-fossil have reached around 46.8% as of November 2024, which is actually a big win. So see, we have to reach 50%, so 46.8% already we have reached. है ना? So 46-47% we already have reached, which is actually a big win. So you got to understand this thing, that when we talk about the non-fossil fuel, we have reached, in fact, around 47.1% we have reached, and we have to reach where? NDC's target of 50% by 2030. So we have plenty of time now. We have plenty of time. In fact, when we talk about the forest cover also, so additional carbon sink of 2.29 billion tons has been created between 2005 to 2023 against the NDC target of creating additional sink of 2.5 to 3 billion. So we are absolutely on track of NDC, we can certainly say so. Do you understand? So you should know about the NDC targets. What are the NDC targets? This is very much clear. So NDC target was of creating additional sink of 2.5 to 3 billion tons by 2030, and here it was 50% of installed capacity should be non-fossil fuel by 2030. This is what the target was, and we are going on the track. We are absolutely going on the track as is there in front of you guys. समझ आ रहा है बेटे? I hope you guys are understanding. So NDCs are important. Always remember this thing. So what is NDC? It is nationally determined contributions. ये आप याद रखना. Nationally determined contributions it is. That is NDCs. Nationally determined contribution. So you have to have a basic idea. It basically means that what we are doing, basically, you know, Paris Agreement happened 2015 May. So there we have some certain NDCs. So these are the part of updated NDCs only. So our NDC is targeting 50% by 2030 installed capacity should be non-fossil. And similarly, this is the NDC. So we are absolutely on the track, be it forest cover, be it renewable energy, we have to notice that. So these datas are important. What economic survey gives us, you know, the data, this is certainly important. All right. Now let's move to the next part. I hope you guys are enjoying the session. Everybody, you know, certainly should be picking something positive from the session, and that is the main idea of the session. This is not a random session that I'm just putting the screenshots over here. Not at all. This is a session in which you genuinely are going to pick something from the examination point of view. You're not going to waste your time at all. All right. Moving ahead, you can take the screenshot, bete. Very important this is. So that's why I'm saying, you know, the comprehensive coverage you have to attend. So there's a link in the pinned comment also. Click that, register for that. It's absolutely free. We'll meet in the classroom and we'll be doing the live comprehensive coverage of chapter-wise economic survey. This is the overall highlight. Moving ahead, now we talk about a very nice thing. In economic survey, they talk about the R&D expenditure as a part of GDP in 2020. You know R&D, research and development. Everybody knows what is R&D. R&D is research and development. See the red mark? This is unfortunately a bit less. This is India. Can you see this massive blue line? This is Israel. Can you see this? This is China. And baki to aapko visible hai. Rest you can see, you know, Korea is very long line. So this India ki line, you can see what we are spending on R&D is quite less, unfortunately. What we are spending on research and development is not that high according to the Economic Survey of India, as I am quoting Economic Survey. And Economic Survey talks about this thing. Economic Survey says that, this is very important, bete, that the gross expenditure on R&D in India has increased, no doubt. So from it was 60,000 crores to more than 1,20,000 crores we have increased. But Still, it is not even 1% of our GDP. How much it is? You have to know this figure. Very important this is that in India, what we are spending is around 0.64% of our GDP. We are spending only 0.64% of our GDP. Very less. 0.6%, not even 1%. And on the other hand, China, whose GDP is massive, it is still spending around 2.1% of its GDP. Can you see that? See, China's GDP is massive and still it is spending more than India. India की GDP से बड़ी है ना China की GDP. So you have to know this thing that China spends around 2.1% of its GDP on research and development. This is important point. Please make a note of it. Very important bit. So this is according to the economic survey, they have quoted. So remember this thing, like Israel is around 6%, but that's not the comparison. So you have to know that India needs to increase R&D expenditure. And economic survey said a very interesting thing. Economic survey said that if you see Western countries, there the private sector is spending so much. Like in Korea, Samsung is spending. In US, Apple and Google are spending so much on R&D. But in India, private companies are not spending so much on the R&D. This is a big issue. This is actually a big issue. So in India, everybody is relying on the government. What will government do? What will government do? So everybody is talking about that. So private companies are not spending so much on the R&D. That is also a problem in India. But anyways, you need to know this thing, that how much in India we spend on R&D, bete. It is only 0.64% of our GDP. India is spending on the R&D, and absolute figure is around 1,27,000 crores as we see, financial year 2021 we have seen. So this is a very important aspect you got to understand. I hope you're making a note of it. Everybody, I hope you guys are making a note of it, and make sure you hit the like button as well to add this session to your liked videos. And I hope you are genuinely understanding what we are studying. समझ आ रहा है ना सबको? ऊपर से तो नहीं निकल रहा? Okay. Moving ahead, now on this very lines, you got to understand, no doubt that in India, we have seen, the patents filed are increasing, trademarks, copyrights. This means intellectual property is growing. But still, R&D need to be focused upon much. That is the main idea. Moving ahead, would like to talk about Forex reserves. Forex. What is Forex? Forex is foreign exchange. So when you talk about the foreign exchange, there was a time in 2023 we were less than 600 billion. And then we moved to even more than 7 billion. 700 billion. So in September 2024, we reached this high mark of $706 billion. So this was massive. But now again we are down. So see, this figure is always fluctuating. Forex reserves are always fluctuating because dollar value keeps on up and down, and different currencies keep on fluctuating. So you got to understand this thing, that we have reached this figure, but now we are again down to 640, 630 billion. If I tell you the latest figure, this was this January end figure according to the RBI. This is from the side of RBI. So at this time we were around 630 billion, but you don't need to cram that. You need to have a basic idea that around what we have. Around 630 billion we have. So in that we have massive foreign currency asset. How much foreign currency asset we have? 537 billion foreign currency assets, like dollar, pound, euro. Then we have gold of around 71 billion dollars of gold we have with RBI. And then we have special drawing rights and reserve position in IMF. So you should know that what constitutes the Forex. These are the things which constitute the Forex: foreign currency assets, gold, SDRs, that is special drawing rights, and reserve position in the IMF. So we'll talk in detail in some other class, but you should know that this 630 billion is constituted by these things. So the biggest component is, of course, foreign currency assets. Then we have gold, and then small component, which is around 17 billion is SDRs, and 4 billion is the tranche position in IMF, and of course 630 billion is foreign currency asset, and 537 we have. So you have to be understanding this point very, very precisely. Clear? 630 billion, ये आगे से 3 हटा दोगे तो बिलियन में आ जाता फिगर ना. So 537 billion is foreign currency asset, 70 billion is gold, 18 billion is SDRs, and 4 billion is the reserve position IMF. So you should know this chronology as well, that what is maximum and what is minima. I hope it's clear. So I'm just telling you that what constitute that. Anyways, a lot of students ask me, sir, PDF kahan milega? So the PDF of this session you're going to get on this Telegram channel, IAS Origin UPSC. You can search for that. You will be getting it over there. You can certainly search for that. All right. Now, next thing. Now, when I was going through the economic survey, I saw the figure of inflation also, and that is of course important. We need to talk about that. बेटे SDT नहीं होता, SDR है. SDR basically means special drawing rights. Special drawing rights now don't hold much significance, honestly. Special drawing rights were very much important when they had to boost the economic boost the economic reserves. But now they are not of much advantage. You can say it is, SDRs, when I talk about, they act as a, booster to the overall our foreign currency assets. But now they are not of much use. So these assets were created by IMF. SDRs were created by IMF back in 1969, 1970, and now they are not of much use. Got it? It is basically an asset which has been created by IMF. So India has got the allotment of around 17 billion of SDRs. So a country can use them when, the other like foreign currency asset and gold are not there, but India don't need to use that because India has got sufficient foreign currency assets and gold. For now, just understand this thing because we have to cover all these things as well. Na? I'll tell you in detail some other time. So PDF you'll get over here. Now, what I was seeing is, I came across this data in of course, economic survey related to CPI inflation, core inflation, WPI inflation. So a lot of people don't know what is WPI. A lot of people don't know what is CPI, what is core inflation. So let me decode that thing for you as well. Okay. So when you read this, you should know what is core inflation. Core inflation is headline inflation, but it is not carrying the volatile component, for example, food and fuel. So when you calculate headline inflation, it's very much volatile. Why? Because it has complete inflation picture of economy. But when somebody says that we are calculating core inflation basically means that it is headline inflation minus the inflation contributed by the volatile commodity. Now, what are the volatile commodity? It is food and energy. So price of the food and energy goes up and down so much. That is why we delete that when we calculate this, and then we get the idea of core inflation. You got to understand. So now you know what is core inflation. Core inflation is basically inflation in which we are not considering the volatile commodities like food and fuel. I hope it's clear. Moving ahead, what is CPI? Just understand this thing basically. CPI is basically consumer price index. It is calculated by Ministry of Stats and Program Implementation, and it covers services, it covers goods, foods and beverages, everything is covered here. But when I say wholesale price index, that is WPI, it is calculated by Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and it does not capture the price of services. But this is what you need to understand. So now you know what is WPI, now you know what is CPI, because a lot of students get confused. So CPI is calculated by Ministry of Stats, WPI is calculated by Ministry of Commerce. Make a note of it, very much important. So this class is also acting like an economy revision class for you. The basics are being cleared to you guys, which are certainly very much important from examination point of view. All right. So I am hopeful that this class is, adding a lot of value to your overall preparation, and that certainly will add. So, do attend the class which I'm, putting in the comment section also. That is also going to be super important for you. Moving ahead. Now, you got to understand, we have taken a lot of administrative measures for controlling the food inflation. For example, food inflation can happen where? It can happen in cereals, food grains, the pulses, the vegetables. This is what contributes, right? So government has actually taken a lot of measures for that, positive measures. For example, there is a stock limit on wheat. Open market sale scheme is there. Sale under Bharat brand, so that people are not having a brunt of inflation. They can buy it at a cheaper price. Similarly, we have, Bharat Atta, Bharat Rice, so Bharat Pulses. So Bharat brand is there, Chana, Moong, Masoor Dal. You must be knowing Bharat brand. So Bharat Dal. So Bharat Dal is very important. We have done duty-free imports of various dals. We have imposed stock limit. So you can't stock too much of tur and desi chana, because when you stock that, the price increase. Vegetable, maybe we are observing buffer stock of onion. So this can be a direct question that government made a buffer stock of which. So onion has been put in the buffer stock. Subsidy sale of onion and tomato was done by the government. So government is doing so much to control the food inflation, which is very much volatile. Got it? So this was there in the economic survey. Now, when I was going through the economic survey, I came across a very interesting thing which I would like to talk about. They said that we have operationalized airport and route under RCS, that is Udan. Now my question is, what is Udan? What exactly is Udan all about? Anybody who would like to tell me? But a comprehensive session schedule will be updated. You just register, we'll be communicating to you. Okay, we will certainly be communicating to you, Ritu. Okay, train ride, I get that. Thank you so much. ठीक है, चलो बहुत बढ़िया. So you have to understand this thing. But if foreign currency assets means ICRA, dollar, pound, euro, yen, renminbi, foreign currency are the foreign assets. So Udan is basically Ude Desh ka Aam Nagrik, very important scheme. So when was it launched? You should know the year because now chronology is also asked of the scheme. So you should know it was launched back in 2016. 2016 mein it was launched. Ude Desh ka Aam Nagrik. So it is a regional connectivity scheme. So we are doing what? We are building more and more small airports. Udan routes are also increased. So you can see how we have seen from 2024 March to December, we have seen the increase in the number of airports and Udan routes. So what is Udan? You should know 2016 ki scheme hai, and that is a very, very important scheme. So I would request you all to share this session with your friends because this will add a lot of value to your overall preparation and they can help everyone out there because we are not randomly studying anything. This is all super important from examination point of view. You must have understood by now. Okay ji, आगे बढ़े. चलिए. So because preparing this actually takes a lot of time because it is not about the screenshots, it's about the explanation which we add like this. This is not given in the economic survey. So this is the explanation which is much important and we'll be doing chapter wise coverage in the live classes so you can register for that. Moving ahead, bete, I saw this particular thing, economic survey mein, increasing the number of villages achieving ODF plus. So the question came in my mind, what is this ODF plus? Tell me, anybody? There's a status ODF, open defecation free. There's a status of ODF plus, open defecation free plus. There's a ODF plus plus. There's a ODF plus plus plus. So how do we differentiate? That's the biggest question. A lot of people, 90% of students don't know this. And I'm sure amongst you also, a lot of students are confused. Ki, hota kya hai? These are the terms you will come across. ODF, ODF plus, ODF plus plus, water plus. A lot of things are there. So now I'll be clearing this thing to you that what exactly does that mean? ODF plus hai kya? Hai na? ODF certification, ODF plus certification. So let's talk about it. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. Firstly, we talk about ODF certification. It is under, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Everybody knows Swachh Bharat Abhiyan? Saaf Safai ka. When I say ODF certified or open defecation free, it means complete access to toilets by citizens and ensuring that nobody goes out for open defecation. Open defecation, khule mein shauch karna, going for defecation in the open. Be it night, be it day, nobody should be going outside. So this is very easy to get. So if nobody is open defecating, that is ODF certified. So what is ODF certified? It's a basic certification. In India, we have around 4,500 urban local bodies who have got this certification. Brilliant. But then comes ODF plus, which is a bit tougher. When I say ODF plus, what is ODF plus? Of course, you have to be ODF, and on top of that, all community and public toilets should be clean, hygienic and functional, and they have proper cleanliness criteria. This is an extra criteria which has been added. So in India, around 3,900 urban local bodies are ODF plus. Clear? Then comes a status that is ODF plus plus. Now what is ODF plus plus? Firstly, you become ODF plus, and on top of that, now this is a very important thing. On top of that, there should be complete fecal sludge, which is safely transported and treated while ensuring untreated sludge is discharged in the open. It should not happen. So basically, here we are talking about the fecal sludge also. And what is water plus? Firstly, you become ODF plus plus, and you ensure that no untreated liquid waste, including wastewater, is discharged without proper treatment. So treatment of the wastewater is included. So I would like to tell you very simple manner. Okay. So what is ODF? ODF is simply not a single person is found defecating in the open. That is one thing. You getting this? Very tricky. What is ODF plus? ODF plus, nobody is defecating in the open and well-maintained community and public toilets are there. Easy. What is ODF plus plus? It means ODF plus to hai hai, but we are making sure that there is proper sludge and septage management. This is the keyword here. This is the keyword in ODF++. That's proper sludge and septage maintenance is. I was telling you na, complete fecal sludge from the toilet is safely contained and treated while ensuring that no untreated sludge. So sludge maintenance and fecal maintenance and treatment have to be there, तभी ODF++ मिलेगा. And water plus is of course ODF++, and all the wastewater is being treated as per proper norms of the government. This is when you become water plus. Is that clear or not? Please tell me in the comment section. So see, I am picking these small things to you guys so that you can, understand these ideas very clearly. Because in economic survey, it is not explained in that particular thing. Getting it? But sludge means, all the toilet के अंदर जो भी मतलब जा रहा है, that is sludge. जहाँ off भी नहीं है, हाँ बिल्कुल ट्रेन. Which is proper, हाँ sanitation facility, absolutely. I hope it's clear. So this is very much important point we need to look into and try to have a basic idea about it. Make sure you hit the like button so that this video goes to your like videos, so that later on you're able to watch it. So later on you're able to watch it, and please keep on sharing with your friends so that they should be getting this proper coverage of economic survey. So basically, ODF and ODF plus में बहुत बच्चे confuse होते हैं. So remember this thing, that whenever we are talking about being ODF plus, it is a big thing that at least 80% residential properties should have their own toilets. This is very much important criteria. And all toilets are connected to a disposal system. Regular collection of the treatment is there. So all these things are there. So basically, what is more important than ODF plus is a very important status whenever we talk about. So all the toilets should be maintained well. It is not just the toilet presence, it is the toilet maintenance should be nice and proper. This is what we want. All right. चलिए ODF plus plus क्या है बेटे, ये देखो ये है ODF plus की तो conditions meet हो ही रही हैं. उसके अलावा we have proper sludge and septage maintenance. Sludge and septage समझो ना, मतलब what is the wastage which is there, which is collected in the tanks, that is what the sludge and septage. Okay, so I am certainly hopeful of one thing, that you guys are not only understanding these things but you are able to have a proper clarity as well. मतलब see, clarity should be there. I honestly don't want कि मैं यहाँ पे आऊँ और 4 अक्षर पढ़ के चला जाऊँ. That doesn't solve the purpose, honestly. It is absolutely waste of time. My time and your time. दोनों का waste हो जाएगा. कोई फायदा नहीं. I hope you agree with me. है ना? Because everything will be, there in the summary sheet. But मतलब ultimately, what you are learning from this is super important, ना बेटे? That is the idea. Okay, let's move ahead. Thank you, GK ज्ञान के लिए. Having said that, now you must have heard about Jal Jeevan Mission, bete. Jal Jeevan Mission is a very nice mission. Access to the safe pipe drinking water to the households we are giving. Safe drinking water we need to give. So yes, Ikra, absolutely, it's a government of India scheme. So Jal Jeevan Mission is a very ambitious program of the government. So you just need to understand this thing, that we have states which have achieved full coverage under Jal Jeevan Mission. Which are these states? In Northeast, in the Northeast India, we have Arunachal Pradesh. This can be asked to you directly. Then we have Goa, Haryana, Himachal, Gujarat, Punjab, Telangana, and Mizoram also in the Northeast. So in Northeast, we have got 2 states which have achieved this great distinction. You have to know it is Arunachal Pradesh and it is Mizoram. So you should know about these Northeastern states because it is very tough over there. And Himachal may be tough. So they have also achieved that. So these 3 hilly states you should know, and of course these are total 8 states which have achieved. So this can be an important fact from the prelims point of view. This is important from prelims point. So economic survey prelims में बहुत important है. That's why we have to do proper comprehensive coverage also. Is that clear, all of you? So I am hopeful that you are getting a decent idea about these things. And government has been working so much on so many things that you have to have a basic idea about these things. Only then you are in a position to have a proper clarity on things. Absolutely. And when we do a comprehensive coverage, then I'll tell you all these aspects. For example, I'll tell you, see, government have various initiatives. You know this thing? Various initiatives government have. So, for example, you must know Amrut, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. 2015 it was launched. Pata hai? It aims to improve the quality of life in the cities by providing basic services and amenities. So what we have observed, tap water coverage has increased, sewerage coverage has risen. So Amrit is a great mission, urban transformation के लिए. Similarly, Smart Cities Mission, it was launched in 2015. 93% project have been completed, which is a great thing, almost 90 plus. Similarly, when we talk about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, so urban, it is working well, urban transport. So these are not that important, but these are very much important, which we'll be talking in detail in the comprehensive coverage. That is Amrut and that is Smart Cities Mission. So we'll be talking in details about this. In the comprehensive coverage, we'll be talking in detail about this. Don't worry about it. Getting it? So I hope you guys are understanding. See, train by Vicky. देखो बाकी states में जल जीवन mission is not 100% complete. Is not 100% complete. So we are doing well, but not 100% complete. So this is what we need to understand. Like you should know, we export textile also. Textile is the export product. So economic survey told us a very interesting thing, that when we talk about the textile ka exports in India in the financial year 2024, we see a massive export of this thing. What is this blue thing? This is ready-made garments. This is ready-made. So we are exporting a lot of ready-made garments. Very interesting. And then we are exporting a lot of cotton textile also. Cotton textiles. So cotton India mein काफी होती है. So these are very important things we have to understand, and बाकी तो others है. But the biggest component is ready-made garments, and then we have cotton textiles. So this is a very trivial fact. You should know about it. That is why I have told you. Easy. Very easy. Chali. Moving ahead, then we talk about, listen to this very carefully, navigable length in operational waterways in different states. Now this can be a very important fact. Very important fact. This can be from the prelims point of view. Let's talk about it. So when we talk about this navigable length, we talk about more than 1,000 kilometers, which is there in Assam. So this can be a question. Then we have UP, then we have West Bengal. So you remember these top three states, very important. Assam, UP and West Bengal. These are the top three states when we talk about the waterways length, operational waterways. So if I ask you in Assam, which waterway do we have? Can you tell me? National waterway we have, but which national waterway we have in Assam? National waterway number 2, which is there on Brahmaputra. Because national waterway number 1 is on river Ganga, national waterway number 2 is on Brahmaputra. है ना? So Dubri tak hai pura. That one. So we should know about that thing, very important, Brahmaputra river. So that's why Assam is on the top, number 1, and followed by UP and followed by West Bengal. Why UP? Because UP has river Ganga. UP have river Ganga and Assam is river Brahmaputra. But Brahmaputra throughout the length is flowing through Assam, massive length. So that's why it is on the top. And baki bhi chote mote waterways hai, but Brahmaputra is actually helping a lot in this figure. So top pe we have Assam. Always remember this thing. This can be a direct question to you guys. In exam, you will be having direct question on this. So please be very careful. All right. Chali. So I am hopeful that you are finding the session useful, everyone. And we will be having a comprehensive coverage, as I've told you. There's a link given in the pinned comment. You can click and register over there. Now, when we talk about health for all, government has done much in this regards also. Health for all. So in the field of the health, government is working a lot. So let's talk in that sense as well, that what is government doing. Here, I would like to talk first of all about this thing. UWIN, what is UWIN? Anybody? Under UWIN, more than 1 crore pregnant women and children have been tracked, vaccine dose have been monitored. So this UWIN portal is very much important. This has been a big highlight in the economic survey. What is UWIN? Anybody who would tell me? So UWIN portal is basically a digital platform designed to streamline vaccine delivery and record keeping so that there is an easy access of immunization records. So UWIN, it's basically very important portal. It is UWIN Vaccinator. So there's a proper app also, mobile app is there. So we have a proper dashboard and proper status of children and what vaccination has been received. So UWIN Vaccinator is basically a portal. So it's a digital platform for streamlining the vaccine delivery system in India. Very nice. So remember this thing, UWIN is there. For example, Aadhaar ID. So what is Aadhaar? Like Aadhaar card, it is Ayushman Bharat Health Account. Aadhaar card hota, Aadhaar card bhi hota. So Aadhaar has got this particular unique number. So this is very important. Then of course, full immunization coverage we have seen. We have seen Jan Aushadhi Kendras. Why Jan Aushadhi Kendra? It is important for generic medicine, for generic drugs, so, which are quite cheaper. And then we are making sure about this Ayushman Arogya Mandir. These are basically what? Initially used to have Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centers. We have renamed them as Ayushman Bharat Mandir. What is e-Sanjeevani? It is online OPD. You know OPD consultation service? You can consult with the doctor. So it is serving more than 31 crore patients. Very nice e-Sanjeevani. So you should know ki what is UVIN, what is Abha, what is e-Sanjeevani. You should know the meaning of it. You should know what is the purpose of it. Random nahi hai kuch bhi. So only if you know the purpose of it, then you will be able to understand that we have got disruptive technologies who are providing equitable health care to the people. You know, Abha IDs, UVIN, e-Sanjeevani, these are great technologies which we are using. And of course, Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, so you must have heard about it. Very important, this is coverage. But you got to understand that government is doing a lot on the healthcare. Well, this is an overview of it, but UVIN portal I found very interesting and you should be having a proper clarity about that thing. Aaya samajh mein? So I am hopeful that you guys have understood this point very, very clearly. Now we'll talk about the FDI also. Let's talk about the FDI. So, talking of the FDI, you got to be understanding this point very, very clearly that when we talk about this FDI ke flows, inflows, you have to know gross FDI inflows. Let's talk about. In financial year 20, it was around 74 billion. Then it became 82 billion, 85 billion, then 71 billion, 71 billion. So this is what you need to understand, in the billions we are talking about. Financial year 2024, we have 71 billion. So this is very much important. But repatriation is also there. Repatriation means that fund is also going out because they are getting the profits and they're also going out. So that is fine, because only if they are getting the profits, they are going out. So that is fine. So you should have this idea that repatriation is a sign of profitable exits by the international, funds which are coming. And secondly, this is important for you guys to understand that how the FDI inflows look like. This is how the FDI inflows look like. And let me tell you one thing, which factor is leading the FDI inflows? This is a very important fact. It is service sector which leads the FDI inflows. Software industry and different service sector. So you should understand that it is the service sector, financial service, insurance service, different service, which is leading this particular thing. Very important. And then of course, you have plenty of, for example, computer software and hardware is there, trading is there, non-conventional energy. So different facts I've provided over here. You can read the PDF as well on that. But this is quite important. So you should know which sector is leading the FDI. So service sector is leading the FDI inflow, financial and insurance sector. Almost 90% of FDI inflow, they are followed by technology and then followed by trading, and then we have non-conventional energy. So you should know the chronology of this, which is quite important. So it is number 1, then we have technology number 2, trading number 3, and 4 is non-conventional energy number 4, and then of course we'll have cement number 5, number 6 is construction, and then we have consultancy service number 7, electricity is number 7, and then we have number 8 and number 9, 10. But anyways, we should know about the top 5 sectors, which is quite important. ठीक है जी, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. Is that clear, all of you? So it is FDI inflows we are talking about. Now what is H1 over here? H1 2025 is first half of 2025. It is the first half of the financial. First half means first 6 months. First 6 months को बोलते हैं H1. H1 means first half or first 6 months. जैसे quarter होते हैं ना, quarter is 3 months. H1 is 6 months. All right. So, government is actually, taking a lot of steps, and ultimately they are also working in the positive direction, as we all can understand. So, I hope it's absolutely clear to you guys, everyone. Whatever we have talked about should be definitely, clear to you all. Rural economy mein we are working a lot. If I talk about the rural economy also, okay. Ikra, I've repeated the concept bit. I've repeated this. So, see, ultimately what we are going to do in the comprehensive classes, we are going to be talking inside out about them. But as of now, this is absolutely fine. So, for example, if I talk about the rural economy, you should know that we are working so much on the, for example, if I talk on the rural economy, for example, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. So, what we have observed is so many phases have come. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. It was started in 2000. And it's been around 25 years back it was started. Pradhan Mantri Aviation Yojana Gramin. So it was started basically in 2016 it was launched. And you can see, so much construction of the houses has been completed. Jal Jeevan Mission, as we've already talked about, it was around 2019 it was started. So you should know the year as well. Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, it was basically started back in 2014. Very important this is. Every parliamentarian is going to be working on a particular area, make it an ideal area, and others also follow the feet. National Health Mission Rural. So basically it was launched in 2005 and then it was expanded in 2013. So National Rural Health Mission is very much important. Anyways, we have to understand that Mission Amrit Sarovar, for rejuvenation of the ponds. This is important. Recently in 2022 only it was launched. Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, you must have heard about that. It was launched in 2014. So National Health Mission to ye 2005 ka hai ye. Clear? So you have to have a basic idea about this, when this particular thing was launched. This is very much important point you got to understand. बेटे क्लियर है इतना? ये ग्रामीण वाला क्लियर है? पहले इंदिरा आवास योजना थी 1985 वाली, उसी को रिवैम्प किया था 2016 में. So you have to have a basic idea that when this particular scheme was launched. In 2000 we have Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, then we have Awas Yojana Gram in 2016, Jal Jeevan Mission 2019, Adarsh Gram 2014, National Health Mission Rural 2005, later is revamped, Amrit Sarovar 2022 and 2014 में Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. So we are working on the rural economy as well. The government is working on rural economy as well. But these schemes are super important because they are specifically mentioned in the economic survey. So they are going to be super important. Got it? So there are a lot of things, of course they are, but then we'll be doing that all in the comprehensive coverage when we do. Make sure you all go here for the PDF, which is very much important. So you are going to get the PDF on this very Telegram channel of IAS Origin. That's one thing. And for the comprehensive coverage of 10 hours, you can register. The link is there in the pinned comment. In the pinned comment and description. Mein kahin pe bhi dekh lo. In the description also you can find the link. You can register and you will be having 10 hours comprehensive coverage of economic survey. So make sure you hit the like button and add this video to your liked videos. If this video has added any value to your overall preparation, do subscribe to the channel of IAS Origin and do share it with your friends so that they can also be benefited from this particular session, all the people out there. Clear? So that was a brief session from my side and I am hopeful that you have gained immensely from this particular session. And you can watch the session repeatedly in case something is not clear. So you can watch it again and that will be absolutely clear to you guys, because it happens like this. Starting mein ho sakta kuch clear now, but then it will be clear. So, and you can leave in the comment section if you have any doubt. You can certainly leave in the comment section also. That's absolutely fine. I'll be repeating that particular thing in the comments itself. No issues. Baki to you will be having a comprehensive coverage. So there also will be clearing a lot of doubts. So you can register for that and we can have a proper comprehensive coverage on this chapter wise properly. Because see, economic survey is a massive document, as you must be knowing. So we have got different chapters. So each chapter has a proper theme. So if I tell you precisely, we have this year in this very economic survey we have around 13 chapters. So labor is there, employment is there, social sector, climate change, agriculture, service, industry, investment, infrastructure, different things. Inflation pe pura chapter hai, FDI pe chapter hai. So around 12-13 chapters are there. So we will be having a proper coverage on these 13 chapters and all these 13 chapters will be completed thoroughly. 13 chapters will be completed of economic survey and that too absolutely free of cost. So we're not going to charge anything from you guys because we believe in quality and affordable education. That's what the IAS Origin stands for. Okay, so we will be updating you. You just register and then you'll be getting all the updates about the session. Yeah, it will be sooner. It will be done sooner. Don't worry about it. So I hope you've enjoyed the session. This was just a demo kind of a thing and then you'll be getting the complete coverage over there. So I hope that's absolutely fine. So thank you so much and you'll be getting the PDF on the Telegram channel. As you all know, Telegram channel of IAS Origin. You can search for this and you can join it. Take care everyone. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.